Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. So such friends, I'll highly suggest you to watch our video, as they will be very beneficial for you in the long term. Hello friends, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 28th of January. Let's start friends. This will be a quite good revision video, so do pay attention till the end. And to all those students who are watching our video for the first time, I'll suggest you all to do make notes. First is your National Tourism Day. When do we observe National Tourism Day? It is observed on 25th of January, and this day is observed in order to increase the tourism. Alright, if you remember, there was an MOU that was signed between India and Australia in order to increase the tourism between the two. Even Neeraj Chopra was appointed as the brand ambassador of Switzerland in order to improve the tourism of Switzerland, so that more and more Indians can go and visit Switzerland. Next, National Voters Day. That to the 13th edition of the National Voters Day is observed on 25th of January, and the sole reason here is to increase the voting. That means to encourage more and more people to vote for the country. People above 18 years of age can vote for the country. So it is on 25th of January we observe National Voters Day. Next, who became the 41st Prime Minister of New Zealand? And this came after Jacinda Ardern, who was the Prime Minister of New Zealand, recently resigned. So remember, who became the 41st Prime Minister of New Zealand? He is Chris Hipkins. As you can see him in the picture, he is Chris Hipkins, and he is the 41st Prime Minister. So Jacinda Ardern, she was the 40th Prime Minister of New Zealand. Next is Government of India has extended the tenure of Sangeeta Verma as the acting chairperson of CCI. Alright, highly important. Next is recently who have became the CEO of JP Morgan Chase Bank India. He will be Prabdev Singh. He became the CEO, that is Chief Executive Officer of JP Morgan Chase Bank, and his term period will be for 3 years. He has been serving as the interim CEO of the bank since November 2022, replacing Madhav Kalyan. Next, for Amul, remember who has been re-elected as the chairperson? He will be Shamal Patel, and who has been re-elected as the vice chairperson? Valamji Hambalji. Alright, so you can also see them in the picture. Next, we are talking about Tropex exercise. This Tropex exercise was conducted by Indian Navy. Alright, highly important, and the location where this exercise was conducted is Indian Ocean region. Next, International Day of education. On 24th of January every year we observe this International Day of Education in order to promote education so that more and more people can enroll their children or enroll themselves into education so that they can get a better life ahead, and as with education comes greater employment opportunities also. Next is your National Girl Child Day. This day is also observed on 24th of January, and the sole reason is to create awareness about the rights of a women. All right, so create awareness about the rights of a woman. This National Girl Child Day is observed on 24th of January. If you remember, there was some scheme started that is by the name STEM, that is science and technology, engineering and mathematics. This was launched so that women can be encouraged to take part in the field of science, maths, all right, and they can get educated, and with that education, as I just mentioned, comes greater employment opportunities. Then on 23rd of January, we observe Prakram Divas. This day was first observed in 2021, and it is observed on the birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So this year in 2023, this was the third edition of this Prakram Divas that is observed on 23rd of January every year now. So that's all for the day, friends. Now let's go for a quick current affairs session of the day. First news. First, we are talking about a tripartite agreement that has been signed between Niti Aayog, AIM, CBSE and Intel India. I repeat, AIM, that is of Niti Aayog, CBSE and Intel India, has recently signed a tripartite agreement, and this agreement is to bring a change in the education sector by utilizing the skills such as artificial intelligence in former curriculum. All right, I repeat, which are the three organizations that we are talking about that has signed a tripartite agreement? It is AIM of Niti Aayog, CBSE and Intel India. This was signed during an event that was held at Dr. Ambedkar International Center, that is in New Delhi. That was all right, and three organizations, these are important that you need to remember. The basic aim of this particular tie-up is to increase the pace of tech integration for youth. That means in order to teach the young generation about the upcoming generation technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning. These are the future, cloud. All right, to teach student about all these new technologies, this particular MOU was signed. If we talk about Niti Aayog, who is the CEO, Parmeshwaran Ayerji is the current CEO. Where is the headquarter of Niti Aayog? It is in New Delhi. And when was Niti Aayog established? It was in 2015. What is the name of Niti Aayog? What was earlier Niti Aayog known as? It was known as Planning Commission. Next, recently, central government has approved a proposal to sell 30 lakh metric tons of wheat under the open market sale scheme. I repeat, recently, central government has approved the proposal for the sale of 30 lakh metric tons of wheat under the open market sale scheme, and this is to control the prices of wheat and the wheat flour. This approval has been made during the rising prices of the wheat, and the offloading of 30 lakh metric ton of wheat will be done by the Food Corporation of India from the central pool stocks to the market through various routes. Here, Food Corporation of India will start the process of e-auction of stocks immediately, that is of the grains immediately, throughout India during January to March period. And this will be done within the 2 months. All right, apart from this, remember to address apart from this, only remember to address the rising prices of the wheats in India. We know that we have buffer stock, all right, and why we are facing this situation all around the world, one of the reason is inflation. We are seeing that each and every commodity is getting costlier, so definitely the price of the wheat market will also increase. Then you will be seeing that due to Russia and Ukraine, the amount of wheat in the total international market has somewhat reduced because of the war going on. And on the other hand, due to the climate changes, we are seeing that various heat waves in India, and due to this reason also recently the last crop was heavily affected due to the climate change. If we talk about same, the wheat of price in Pakistan has significantly risen to almost 300 to 400%, and that is because of the high inflation. Even Pakistan has recorded the highest value or highest decline in their currency. Now the currency of Pakistan is at around 255 rupees, Pakistani rupees per dollar, where India stands at $81 rupees per dollar. All right, so remember, government has recently approved the proposal for the sale of 30 lakh metric ton of wheat under the open market sale scheme. The number is important here. Next is Godrej Agrovert has launched a Samadhan initiative for farmers. Godrej Agrovert Limited launched Samadhan, a one-stop solution center for oil palm farmers under its oil palm business. This will be providing comprehensive package of knowledge, tools, service, and various solutions to the farmers so that they can increase or they can increase the output of their farming. Through this initiative, Godrej Agrovert will share global best practices with the Indian oil palm farmers and help them to adopt those practices so that they can also learn the new techniques in which how you can solve a particular problem in agriculture. This will also help to support the farmers to avail various developmental finance, government subsidies, schemes, and other benefits. Here, the basic aim that you need to remember is to be a critical enabler in the palm oil industry and to assist all oil palm farmers in optimizing their yields by adopting latest agriculture techniques and boosting their productivity. Under this initiative, Godrej Agrovert will establish 50 Samadhan centers across India by 2027, and each center will support the planting of almost 2,000 hectares of oil palm and help farmers achieve a sustainable productivity. Next, if we talk about Godrej Agrovert, who is the managing director here? Balram Singh Yadav, and where is the headquarter? It is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next news, friends. Next is recently Union Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia has unveiled the world's first intranasal COVID-19 vaccine, that is IncoVac. Question can be asked, what is the name of the world's first intranasal COVID-19 vaccine? It is IncoVac. Next question can be asked is that this IncoVac, that is the world's first intranasal COVID-19 vaccine, was unveiled by whom? It was unveiled by Dr. Mansukh Mandavia. All right, highly important. This vaccine is developed by whom? BBIL, that is your Bharat Biotech International Limited, in collaboration with BIRAC, that is your Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance, that is a public sector unit or undertaking. All right, so these two organizations came together, BBIL and BIRAC, in order to develop this particular vaccine. All right, also this stated, Dr. Mansukh Mandavia stated that over 65% of these vaccines supplied in the world were made in India. All right, and they were from India. That's only, if you can see, during COVID-19, you must have seen that India has emerged as a leader in the pharmaceuticals sector, and most of the medicines that are supplied all around the world were made in India. Next is some international affairs. UNESCO and Solvay has launched a STEM education program in Asia. As I just mentioned, what was STEM? STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And this is basically to encourage women to take part in the field of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So recently it was it was UNESCO and Solvay that has together launched this STEM education program in Asia. We know where is the headquarter of UNESCO. It is in Paris, France. So UNESCO and Solvay, that is a Belgium multinational chemical company, they announced this STEM education program. The aim here is to engage higher schoolers in graduates from Asia, India, Indonesia, and South Korea to take part in this STEM education, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. This program was developed by UNESCO and Solvay the two leading science-based organizations that have a 3-year partnership here in this program. This will explore the mutual impact of environment by focusing on the sustainable living for one planet. Here, the students will develop various skills and strengthen their understanding of science to nurture their interest in science and technology and implement it in their career too. Here, science teachers and various university students will be trained by the scientists in interactive national masterclasses on various topics such as IoTs, data analytics, data science, digital literacy, artificial intelligence, machine learning, etc. etc. The program builds on collaboration among science networks and UNESCO designated sites, and this will contribute to United Nations Sustainable Development Goals also. Alright, so this STEM education program to be launched in Asia along with which two organizations? UNESCO and Solvay. Next we are talking about Veer Guardian exercise that is for 2023. Recently, Indian Air Force has conducted this joint exercise between India and Japan. I repeat, Indian Air Force has conducted an air defense exercise. This exercise was conducted by Indian Air Force along with Japan Air Force. Alright, that means we can say India and Japan took part in this particular Veer Guardian exercise. This is a joint air exercise between Indian Air Force and Japan Air Self-Defense Force. Alright, Japan Air Self-Defense Air Force. This exercise was held, location is important, the exercise was held in Japan. Alright, and it was from 12th of January to 26th of January that we observed this exercise. This is an inaugural edition, that is the first edition of this Veer Guardian exercise that was held between India and Japan. The main aim here is to establish connection and defense cooperation between these two nations. From Indian side here, Sukhoi 30 Mark 1, 2 C-17 and 1 IL-78 aircraft took part in this particular exercise. Next we are talking about banking and finance. In this also we will be talking about UPI 123 Pay. UPI 123, remember it was RBI who have released this UPI 123 Pay, that is a voice-based payment feature developed by NPCI, that is your National Payment Corporation of India, and it was launched to improve the digital penetration of the financial services across India. Here, UPI 123 Pay empowers smartphone and feature phone users to make a variety of digital transactions on this using this application. Here, they can use voice payments also. Alright, and sound based payments are there, missed call based payments are there, app based scan and pay on phone features are also available. If we talk about this news only about this 123 Pay or UPI 123 Pay, remember HDFC Life company, that is your HDFC Life, has launched or has partnered. HDFC Life has partnered with NPCI, that is your National Payment Corporation of India, to allow policyholders to make their premiums or to pay their premiums using this UPI 123 Pay. This UPI 123 Pay is a unique voice-based unified payment interface service. The first of its kind UPI 123 Pay aims to significantly streamline the premium payment procedure for HDFC Life policy holders. This particular service will also enable HDFC Life policy holders who are not used to digital payments to take over their policies with a single IVR call. Alright, so remember HDFC Life policyholders has tied or HDFC has Life has tied up with NPCI, and this will enable their policyholders to pay their premiums via NPCI's UPI 123 Pay. If we talk about HDFC Life, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer here? Vibha Padalkar. And when was this established? It was in 2000 that this was established, and Mumbai, Maharashtra is the headquarter for the same. Next, India has sold the first green bonds at 5 to 6 basis points below the sovereign yield. I repeat, India sold their first sovereign green bonds with a total of $80 billion rupees, that turns out to be 979.61 million at a yield below comparable government bonds. The Reserve Bank of India auctioned 40 billion rupees of 5-year bond at a coupon rate of 7.10% and 5 basis point below the 5-year sovereign yield. Another 40 billion rupees in 10-year bonds were sold at 7.29%, that is 6 basis points below the comparable government securities. These proceeds will be used for green projects, that is for the infrastructure development, for sustainable development goals, to set up solar power, that is your renewable energy, wind and small hydro projects, so that we can reduce the carbon footprint. Next we are talking about Padma Awards. Recently, Padma Awards for 2023 were announced. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and Ravina Tandon, they are among the 91 Padma Shri awardees. If we talk about it, Padma Awards 2023, they were announced by Ministry of Home Affairs on the eve of the 74th Republic Day. This 74th Republic Day, that is on 26th of January. All right. President of India Draupadi Murmu approved the conferment of 106 Padma Awards for the year 2023. This question can definitely be asked, that how many Padma Awards were given during the year 2023. So remember, 106 Padma Awards were presented. Padma Award, this is one of the highest civilian honors and are given in 3 categories: Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri. Remember, Padma Vibhushan, it is the second highest civilian honor given to the exceptional and distinguished service. Padma Bhushan is given for distinguished service of higher order, and Padma Shri is given for the service in any field. Next if we talk about, remember, entrepreneur Sunil Krishnan has been honored with Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar National Contribution Award for 2022. I repeat, global entrepreneur Sunil Krishnan was honored with the Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar National Contribution Award for his contribution to India for spreading Indian cuisine globally with Moksha Restaurant. Alright, I repeat, he was awarded with Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar National Contribution Awards because of his contribution to India for spreading Indian cuisine using his Moksha Restaurant. Governor of Maharashtra Bhagat Singh Koshyari also presented the award during the ceremony that was organized at Raj Bhavan in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So remember, entrepreneur Sunil Krishnan was awarded with this Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Award. Alright, highly important. Next, some appointments and resignations now. India has been elected as a vice chair at the 12th session of Food and Agriculture Organizations ITWD on ANGR. Now, what is this ITWD and ANGR? If we talk about it, remember, during the 12th session of the Intergovernmental Technical Working Group, ITWG, I repeat, during the 12th session of the Intergovernmental Technical Working Group on Animal Genetic Resources, I repeat, on Animal Genetic Resources, India was elected as the vice chair during the 12th session of this Food and Agriculture Organizations Intergovernmental Technical Working Group that was on Animal Genetic Resources. This particular event was held in Rome, Italy. This was from 18th to 20th of January, and here only India has been elected as the vice chairperson, as the vice chair of this during the 12th session of this meet, and represented the Asia and Pacific region. If we talk about this ITWG, that is your Intergovernmental Technical Working Group, it was created by Food and Agriculture Organization Commission on Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture. This was the 7th session when this was created in 1999. Alright, it reviews technical issues, advises and makes recommendations to the commissions and further implements those programs. If we talk about this 12th session of ITWG, there was an implementation of a global action plan for animal genetic resources, and this is basically monitoring on these animal genetic resources diversity and reviewing the various reports on them. There was also discussion on the agenda points on the microorganism, because we know COVID-19 emerged and we know that ice is melting and many of the microorganisms, viruses are being released into the atmosphere because they were there stuck into the ice, frozen into the ice for a millions of years. All right. So remember, India has been now elected as the vice chair at the 12th session of the FAO's ITWG on the animal genetic resources. Next is Tata Trust names Siddharth Sharma as the new CEO and Arpana Upelluri as the first COO. I repeat, Tata Trust has named Siddharth Sharma as the new CEO and Arpana Upalluri as the first Chief Operating Officer. The new appointments will come effect from 1st of April 2023. If we talk about Siddharth Sharma, he will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding S. Narasimhanji, and Arpana Upalluri, she will be the new Chief Operating Officer, and currently she is the Program Director of India, Nepal and Sri Lanka. All right. So mark this also. Next, Anurag Gupta has been appointed as the VP and Head of Global Merchant and Network Services in Amex India. Amex is your American Express. Alright, American Express announced the appointment of Anurag Gupta as the Vice President and Head of the Global Merchant Network Services in American Express India. Anurag Gupta, he will be in charge of expanding Amex merchant coverage and the network that issues American Express cards through bank partnership. He has been a part of American Express for over 18 years, working across different businesses, functions, and roles in India and other global markets. All right, so remember, Anurag Gupta will be the Vice President and Head of Global Merchants and Network Services in Amex India. Next is the winners of ICC Awards 2022 was announced, and India's Surya Kumar Yadav and Renuka Singh were among the winners here. All right, I repeat, during ICC, that is your International Cricket Council, announced the winners of the ICC Award for 2022, who has been named as the ICC Men's T20 Cricketer of the Year. He will be Surya Kumar Yadav. And if we talk about the ICC's Emerging Women Cricketer of the Year, she is Renuka Singh. Highly important, friends. All right. Question can be asked. I repeat, who is the ICC Men's T20 Cricketer of the Year? Surya Kumar Yadav. And who is the ICC's Emerging Women Cricketer of the Year for 2022? She will be Renuka Singh. Next, one more if asked, who has won the Sir Garfield Sobers Trophy for ICC Men's Cricketer of the Year 2022? I repeat, Sir Garfield Sobers Trophy. He will be Babar Azam. Next is France captain Hugo Lloris has retired from the international football. Hugo Lloris, who is 36 years of age, captain of France national football team, has retired from the international football. He retired from the France after a record of 145 appearances, and he will be focusing on his Tottenham club career in the English Premier League now. Next is 74th Republic Day. It was observed on 26th of January. Who was the chief guest here? That is important. Remember, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is the current chief guest for the 74th Republic Day. Highly important, friends, because after this news only, after the Egypt president came to visit during the 74th Republic Day. Remember, after that only there was a news yesterday that India has been granted some property in Egypt in the Suez Canal. All right, near this Suez Canal only India has been granted some property. All right, and this will take time to accomplish, but there was a news recently regarding the same. And that is a huge news that India will be having some land in Suez Canal. Next is International Customs Day. On 26th of January, we observe International Customs Day. This day is observed in order to, across the globe, in order to acknowledge the role of the custom officials in basically managing the flow and exchange of goods and services between different countries. All right. Also, 26 January 2023 marks the 70th anniversary of this International Customs Day. All right. Then comes your theme. The theme is nurturing the next generation, promoting a culture of knowledge sharing and professional pride in customs. Next, International Day of Commemoration in memory of the victims of the Holocaust 2023. This day is observed on 27th of January. I repeat, International Day of Commemoration in memory of the victims of the Holocaust 2023. This day is observed on 27th of January. This day is observed across the globe in order to remember the victims of the Holocaust, also known as Shoah, which was the genocide of European Jews during the World War II. And this year in 2023, this marks the 78th anniversary of the same. Here, remember, the theme of the International Day of Commemoration in memory of the victims of Holocaust is home and belonging. This is the theme that you definitely need to remember for the International Day of Commemoration in memory of the victims of Holocaust. Then some state news, friends. Chhattisgarh's chief minister has announced monthly allowance for unemployed people. I repeat, during the 75th Republic Day, the chief guest of Chhattisgarh, Bhupesh Baghel, announced that the unemployed youth of Chhattisgarh will be given a monthly allowance from fiscal year 23 to 24. The allowance to unemployed youth was one of the key promises made by the Congress ahead of the 2018 assembly polls. He also announced the formation of a rural industry policies to strengthen the cottage industry based rural economy. All right, highly important. Next is one-liners now. First, Niti Aayog's aim, CBSE and Intel India has collaborated to bring change in the education sector. Central government has approved the proposal for sale of 30 lakh metric ton of wheat under OMSS. Godrej Agrovert has launched Samadhan initiative for farmers. Union Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandviya has unveiled the world's first intranasal COVID-19 vaccine, that is Incovac. UNESCO and Solvay launched STEM education in Asia. Veer Guardian 2023, this is the first edition of India-Japan Joint Air Defense Exercise in Japan. HDFC Life policyholders can now pay premiums via NPCI's UPI 123 Pay. India has sold their first green bonds at 5 to 6 basic points below the sovereign yield. Padma Awards 2023 was recently released, and 106 Padma Awards has been approved for 2023. Next, entrepreneur Sunil Krishnal has been honored with Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar National Contribution Award. India has been elected as the vice chair at the 12th session of the FAO's ITWG on the animal genetic research. Tata Trust has named Siddharth Sharma as the new CEO and Arpana Upaluri as the first Chief Operating Officer. Anurag Gupta has been appointed as the Vice President and Head of Global Merchant and Network Services in Amex India. Winners of ICC Awards 2022 was announced, and India's Surya Kumar Yadav and Renuka Singh are among the winners. France captain Hugo Lloris has retired from the international football. 74th Republic Day of India is observed on 26th of January, and International Customs Day on 26th of January also. Then International Day of Commemoration in memory of victims of Holocaust on 27th of January, and Chhattisgarh's Chief Minister has announced monthly allowance for the unemployed people for fiscal year 23 and 24. So that's all for the day, friends. Now it's time for your homework. First, what is the name of the cluster of digital solutions like Aadhaar, UPI, DigiLocker, CoWIN, GEM and GSTN? Second, Purse Sheen, which was seen in the news, is associated with which activity? Third, which institution issues the sovereign green bonds on behalf of the government? Fourth, the Monument Mitra scheme was transferred from the Ministry of Tourism to which ministry? And fifth, National Tourism Day is celebrated in which state? So these are your 5 homework questions, friends. I hope you have understood the assignment. All you have to do now is like this video and comment below and let us know what are your views on such sessions. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.